Hola, alumnos. Soy Angelo y estoy aquí para lección especial en español hoy. Esto no es una lección ordinario o Este no es una lección ordinario. Porque en el pasado lección creé del sitio web SpanishGrammar.com el subjuntivo de verbos. Pero no he tenido mucho tiempo más esa lección y aprender la lección bien. Quiero mover al próximo lección en el sitio, pero no quiero hacer la lección otra vez. Así, hoy voy a hacer una lección diferente. Voy a leer y tal vez algo de los artículos y de periodista Jorge Ramos. Jorge Ramos es un periodista muy famoso, es mexicano, pero inmigró pienso que eso es correcto, a América y ahora es un ciudadano de América y trabaja por Fusion y por Univision y tiene un programa se llama voy a dar un link a su página de Twitter, pero ¿dónde voy a? Primero voy a compartir el link a en vivo a mi página de Facebook y Twitter. Angelo lee tweets de Jorge Ramos. Here we go. Oh. Un segundo, gente en la audiencia. Un segundo más. Estoy compartiendo el link en Facebook. Ok. Y ahora tengo que ver tus comentarios. Y cada vez hago una transmisión en vivo, olvido cómo ver los comentarios. Where are they? ¿Dónde están? ¿Dónde están? Where? Let's see, control cameraman, screen share, chat? Nope. Where are every time? Cada vez no me acuerdo como adios. Oh, okay, here. Hillary Clark says, hi, Angelo. Hey. All right, pop out chat. No, I don't need to bother popping it out. Okay. Ahora voy a leer. Oh, mi rodilla. La rodilla. Me golpeé la rodilla contra la mesa. Ahora voy a leer los tweets de Jorge Ramos y voy a traducir los tweets a inglés y vamos a ver. Ok. Y voy a leer los tweets en español. No voy a leer los tweets en inglés. Oh, realmente sí hay algunos tweets interesantes. Limpiar el teclado con mi dedo, con el dedo. con el dedo. Si hay tweets interesantes en inglés, a veces los voy a leer. Ok. Comenzamos. Ok. Jorge Ramos retweeted de al punto Univision. Quote. I don't know how to say quote. No sé cómo se dice quote in Spanish. Mi deseo esta Navidad es que mi madre dream act. Pide niña en carta al Congreso. So that means my wish, mi deseo, this Christmas is que mi madre tenga, is that my mother has a dream act. Asks a girl in a letter to Congress. Y ella escribe también, hola, yo me y amo Ashley? What the hell? It's like saying I'm me, I love my, what the? This kid doesn't write well. Or wrote it weird. So hello, whoever das. Jorge Ramos is a journalist from Mexico. He's an American citizen. He's very good. He confronts he says his job is to basically confront power and be adversarial, to speak for people who don't have a voice, as opposed to most of the crappy news, which is just to cozy up to power and amplify the powerful's voices and act like they're the strategists, the consultants, and the PR for the White House and for the government in general. Even when they act like they're criticizing Trump, they'll get on people who overwhelmingly support government policies, like generals who support the war on terror and the Iraq war, Afghanistan war, war all over the world, like in Yemen, in Somalia, and they seem to like so much people from George Bush's administration, even though he engaged in terrible policies towards Muslims. And now the news is just outraged that, oh, well, we supported policies against and administrations that were terrible to Muslims around the world, but we just don't want a president who speaks openly about it. We have to do it with a certain amount of prestige and respect when we bomb other countries. I mean, how would they like it if their neighborhoods were being bombed and getting destroyed by tanks and had soldiers overwhelming them? They'd be the first ones screaming and complaining about it. But because it's happening over there and somewhere in some other countries, it doesn't really matter. Who cares? Then it's just part of the America exercising its foreign policy and protecting our interests. And well, how are we not going to do that? We can't stop destroying other countries. That wouldn't be good for America. Then something bad might happen. Anyways, okay, so this girl writes, I don't know what the first sentence she's writing is. It's weird, but yo quiero a mi. Oh, and she's mixing English and Spanish, so that's why it's weird too, but I'll try to read it in Spanish. Yo quiero a mi familia, por favor, no me separen de ella, dele papeles para que se quedan siempre conmigo. Ashley. Even messed up her own name, but I mean, hey, she's a kid. Anyways, so she writes, I want my family, or I love my family. That's the confusing thing about the word quiero or querer. It's like I want something, but in Spanish, it can also mean I love someone. So that's what, when she says, yo quiero a mi familia, I guess it means here, I love my family. It makes more sense, but you have to look at the context. That's where it gets a little weird. Anyways, okay, so por favor, no me separen. Okay, please don't separate them from me, de ella, or please don't. Separate them from, or it says don't separate them from me and her. Ella is her. Dele papeles. I don't know. Okay. like basically over her papers, her documentation, para que se queden siempre conmigo, so she can remain here with me. Move on. Próximo tweet. Jorge Ramos retweeted de Univision Noticias. Obama invoca a la Alemania nazi para explicar el ambiente político en Estados Unidos. So that one means Obama invokes Alemania, is Germany, para explicar el ambiente político en Estados Unidos, in order to explain the political atmosphere. What else we got here? Let's check the chat. Okay. Y también me duele el culo. No quiero decir más, pero dándolo del inodoro. Okay, este tweet is retweeted de Ramos, pero es originalmente de Ilia Calderón en Univision. Ilia Calderón dice, acompañando a Tere Rodríguez, en la conducción de Aquí y Ahora Show. Ella viajó hasta Istmina, it's typo or something, el pueblo donde nací, y les va a contar muchas cosas que no saben de mi vida. Los esperamos 10 de la noche, 9 centro. And Spanish, Twitter has an option to translate from Spanish. Twitter tiene un botón para traducir de español. El traducción no está perfecto normalmente, pero puedo traducir algo y voy a ver el resto con el traducción de Twitter. So, así, desde hoy acompañando a Tere Rodríguez, it's today I am accompanying, okay, so today accompanying Tere Rodríguez, a woman who I admire profoundly in the it says in la conducción, it's like basically in the sort of leadership of Aquí y Ahora show. That's the name of the show. So Aquí y Ahora is here and now, or yeah, here and now show. But in the, like, conducción is like, it would mean like the driving or the direction or whatever. So it's like I don't know how to, that's the thing. It's a confusing thing about translating this. You have to think of exactly what that means. Ted P says, today you are not Greek. Why? Well, first of all, I was never Greek. I'm American, but who cares anyways? What's an American? I don't care what an American is anyways. So speaking Spanish today. Greeks can speak Spanish. Anybody can speak Spanish. In the leadership, I guess, of Aquí y Ahora show. Ella viajó hasta Istmina. Now, I don't know what Istmina is. That it's like some kind of acronym. Oh, it's es el nombre del pueblo. Okay. Ella viajó hasta Istmina, el pueblo donde nací. So she visited, or she went to the village Istmina, the town where I was born, y les va a contar muchas cosas que no saben. And she tells them many things, or she's telling you all many things that you don't know about my life. Los esperamos que las 10 de la noche, 9 centro. We esperar, or esperamos, it's still a little bit confusing to me. I have to learn it better. It can mean to wait, or it can mean to hope. So it translates that as hope to see you. And I think that's correct. We hope to see you. Esperamos, it's we. So we hope to see you at 10 p.m., 9 central. Okay, moving on. Próximo tweet. Del Al Punto Univision. La Programa. It's a TV show, Al Punto, that's anchored by Jorge Ramos. Ya estamos al aire en Al Punto con Jorge Ramos News. Únete a la discusión durante el programa. Okay, that's pretty simple. It's just promoting the show tonight. So it says, now we are here. Now we are on the air. Al Punto with Jorge Ramos. Join the discussion. Únete a la discusión durante el programa. Join the discussion during the program. Oh, todavía me duele el culo. Comí demasiado mucho pollo. I'm not going to translate what I just said there. Let's see. Now we got to look for another tweet Spanish. Okay. Jorge Ramos retweeted de Joanny Sánchez. Hoy es el Día de los Derechos Humanos, un momento que debería ser de respeto e inclusión, pero que en Cuba se convierte en una vuelta de tuerca de la represión. Jornada en que los gritos del discurso oficial intentan callar a las voces independientes. Okay, so Joanny Sanchez is saying today is the day of Human Rights Day, like Día de los Derechos Humanos, Day of Human Rights, but that's because they don't put words together the same as in English. So in English, you just say today's Human Rights Day. That you should be of respect and inclusion. Cuba, they changed it to una vuelta. What is that? I have to look at the translation. But Cuba becomes it's like a return of repression, or let me. Oh no! I don't want to. Oh crap! Let me see vuelta. I don't know what vuelta is. Necesito traducir vuelta. Return. That's what I thought. Like como devolver. Volver. Okay. But in Cuba, there's a return to and tuerca. What does that mean? It says twist? What? Okay, so that's a little bit, there's something not a precise, it's a phrase more, it's like something not precise that's coming through in Google Translate, but Cuba, like it sounds like tighten the repression, and jornada, what's en una jornada? What's jornada? On a working day, okay. And in a working day in which the cries of los gritos in which the cries or screams of official discussions intend to silence independent voices. Oh, in which the shouting of official voices are trying to silence independent voices. Okay. To translate. Oh my goodness. All right, this one retweeted from Univision Noticias. María S. Salinas, el periodismo es compromiso, entrega y solidaridad. Así se despide hoy de las pantallas de Univision. So I think Maria Salinas, she's leaving Univision, so my message. Or no, or never mind. But she says, el periodismo es compromiso, So journalism is engagement, entrega y solidaridad, delivery and solidarity. So there's probably a way to translate that better into English, but that's what Bing translates it as on Twitter. Okay, así se despide hoy de las pantallas de Univision. So I think actually, yeah, it is her goodbye. So she is leaving the network. So it says that's how she says goodbye today to the Univision screens, or the screens of Univision. Oh boy. Okay, ahora voy a leer un... Oh, Marinas. Ok, ahora voy a leer una columna de Jorge Ramos. Él se dice mi columna en Reforma. Después de casi 30 años se va mi compañera del noticiero Univision, María Elena Salinas. Así la recuerdo. So he says, my column, I don't know what, my column in Reform, I don't know what that means exactly. It must mean something different in English. After about 30 years, it translated as roommate, compañera, but it can mean like just like co-worker, co-person. But so it's like my co-worker or my partner at Univision News, Maria Elena Salinas. Remember it, or so I remember it. And he said, I'm not going to read this whole article. No voy a leer el artículo todo. El artículo, pero voy a leer algo. It's titled, I don't know how to say title. Is it título? Yeah, title. Título, Adiós. Jorge Ramos Avalos. That's his name? Avalos? Oh, let's see. I'm sort of reloading the page for a second. Okay. Hay muchas cosas que cambian en la vida, pero durante casi 30 años yo tuve una certeza. De lunes a viernes, en punto de las 6:30 de la noche, me sentaría junto a María Elena Salinas, juntos, el noticiero Univision. Aunque el mundo se estuviera cayendo, ahí estaría ella. Okay, so I'll just translate that first paragraph first. So Jorge Ramos says, there are many things that change in life, but during the close to 30 years that I received one certainty. During the almost 30 years, I received almost one certainty. From Monday to Friday, exactly at 6:30 at night, just that Maria Elena Salinas could lead together Univision, so the show, unless the world fell, unless the world was falling, basically, or just crashing down, she would be there. Y especialmente en esos días en que parecía que el mundo se estaba cayendo, no había nadie más confiable que María Elena para estar a su lado. So, and especially in these days, and I'm just translating this from my head. If I have to look up a word, I'll tell you. Especially in those days in which it appeared that the world was falling, or like was crashing down, whatever. Nobody was more trustworthy than Maria Elena to be at your side. So there's no one you could trust more to be at your side. No exagero al decir que está obsesionada con los datos y con la verdad. Los que trabajamos con ella sabemos perfectamente cuando algo le brinca. Okay, so everything I think I can translate there except le brinca. I have to look that up. I don't know what that is. So I don't exaggerate to say that she is obsessed with the facts and the truth, or with the data, with data and the truth. What we worked, or we worked with her, and we knew perfectly when something la brinca. What is la brinca? We worked with her and we knew perfectly when she jumps. Oh well. Okay, so I'm not going to just focus on that article forever. I'm going to keep going, keep reading here. Move on to new tweets. Let's see. More stuff, more tweets about Maria Elena Salinas, el último noticiero Univision, like the ultimate newsbreaker or newsmaker. Okay. Here's a tweet directamente de Jorge Ramos. Preparándonos para el último noticiero con María Elena Salinas. Difícil de creer que será la despedida. So here we're preparing for the last news session, or like a news show or program with Maria Elena Salinas. It's difficult to believe that she's going to go, or she's going to say bye. Okay, let's see what more. There's a lot about Maria Elena Salinas, but I want to move on to something else. Don't just want to focus on her. Something else in Spanish. Okay, so Jorge Ramos tiene un podcast. Se llama Contra Poder. That means against power. So he shared a tweet, Contra Poder, el podcast de Jorge Ramos News. Hoy habla con Antonio Ledesma. So it just says, here's the podcast of Jorge Ramos News, or Jorge Ramos. Today, we speak with Antonio Ledesma. Oh, okay, here's something interesting. Jorge Ramos critica el presidente de México, Enrique Peña Nieto, mucho, por corrupción y muchas cosas otras, por los muchos asesinados en México, 10 y 10 miles de asesinados. So he says, he shares a tweet. Jorge Ramos comparte un tweet de The Real America, or This is America. El dedazo is it? Oh wait, it's in English. So the tweet is in English, pero el dedazo is an arrogant relic of an old political system. Jorge Ramos is criticizing how something in Mexico about how the elections are run, which are corrupt, and that he's saying Enrique Peña Nieto, the president, is handpicking people. That's what means el dedazo. El dedazo, handpicking people to be in the government for elections, and basically trying to make sure he gets the people who are going to support his agenda, which means a lot of inaction against drug cartels too. Let's see. Come on, I want to find a Spanish language tweet. Quiero elegir un tweet en español. Where is it? Okay, here. Good. Finalmente, tweets de Jorge Ramos. Dice, no es tan difícil. El próximo presidente de Honduras debe ser el que legítimamente consiguió más votos. Y ya, así es la democracia. Así es la democracia. Ahora bien, si no quieren seguir el principio de que el ganador es el que recibe más votos, entonces ya no es una democracia. Es una democracia. So he's saying it's not difficult. The next president of Honduras must be that which legitimately, and now, or he says, and already, he said, and that's it. Oh, ya, like Y-A or Y-A is a little confusing to me because it has multiple meanings. But he says, and that's it. Así es la democracia. That's how democracy is, or that's democracy. Ahora bien, so now, if they don't want to follow the principle that the winner is whoever receives the most votes, or the winner receives the most votes, then it's not a democracy. Then it is no longer a democracy. Entonces ya no es una democracia. Okay, here's something interesting. Aquí es algo interesante. Noticias de México. En el sexenio de este arquitecto del cambio, he says in quotes, han asesinado a más de 93,000 mexicanos, desaparecieron a 43 de Ayotzinapa y apareció una Casa Blanca de $7 millones. Ese no es el cambio que necesita México. Miede propone más de lo mismo. He's responding to a tweet here that's saying, criticizing Enrique Peña Nieto as being the architect of change, the arquitecto del cambio. He says, in the 6th year, en el sexenio de este arquitecto del cambio, in the 6th year of this architect of change, there have been more than 1,000 Mexicans, 93,000 Mexicans murdered. There are 43 who disappeared in Ayotzinapa, and it appeared that the Casa Blanca, the White House, I don't know what that means in Spanish. I mean, if it's the presidential home or if it's something else, and the White House received or appeared. Steal? What does that mean? And yes, and $7 million appeared in the White House. That is not the change that Mexico needs. Miade propone más de lo mismo. So whoever Miade is, I don't know who that is exactly, but proposes more of the same. It's a big problem in Mexico. A lot of problems there. Yeah, Plastic Back says all elections are rigged. In a way, yeah, because think about, I mean, America, how crazily, like, we all just think at every level, it's people are dumb, shouldn't be trusted to vote in a lot of ways. Information about what's good to vote for becomes sort of white noise and a wash in the idea that, well, voting's really important. No matter what, you have to vote. It's good to vote. Then certain people it's made very difficult for them to vote if they're poor, if they have to work a lot, whatever. Top of that, you get this message that, like, well, no matter what, you have to support the vote. It's a good idea. It's always important. Just vote. No matter what, it doesn't matter. You could vote to kill 90% of the population as long as you voted. That's the important thing. You can't not vote. Then you don't have a say in anything. Even though we all know for every vote that's cast, there's like 900,000 decisions that are made that have nothing to do with the vote, that are so much more powerful. But hey, I voted, so good enough. I can be complacent now. I can sleep. And then on top of that, you have how many ways that votes don't really matter in a way, because it's just a chance to influence an election. So it's not even a sure thing. And think about it. You don't vote for most things in your daily life. You don't vote for watching, whoever you watch on YouTube or what food you're going to eat or whatever. There's so many better ways of deciding on things than votes. And on top of that, for instance, basically, we vote for things and then we wash our hands of them when the things we vote for is to destroy half the world. Like we say, well, we got to vote for we got to vote no matter what, or else something bad will happen. And then we vote for people who keep in place a horrible system that allows us to, put millions of people in prison, make them work for like slave wages, like 45 cents a day or something, if that, in prison, treat prisoners like Big Herc says on, he was in prison for 10 years. Big Herc says on Fresh Out series, like barbarians, basically put them in situations where they're constantly going to be fighting over the smallest thing, and where you provoke and keep them fighting. And also around the world, being able to bomb anywhere we want, destroy any country we want, overthrow any country, and then put people in the news who support these policies, or generals who are responsible for them, or people like David Frum, who wrote George Bush's speeches in favor of war in Iraq, and say, well, we can't have Donald Trump saying these outrageous things about Muslims, about women, about Native Americans, all this stuff, because that's offensive. And it's true, but it's absolutely true. But what they want is just a return to the days when our policies destroyed those people's lives, but we had politicians who knew better than to talk about it. So it's like, well, how do we get someone who just wants the prestige of being able to give lip service, like Obama and Bush, to tolerance for other religions and for the poor and the disenfranchised, and then we go around the world spending billions and trillions of dollars bombing those same poor people and torturing them, kidnapping them, killing their families, all that stuff. Anyways, it's insane. It's pathetic. Nell K asked, did you hear the news about Angry Grandpa just now? I don't know if you mean something just happened this moment, but I did see from yesterday, and damn. Oh, I just see it. I see it now. Oh my goodness. Damn. Oh, I'm sorry to read that. Yeah, Angry Grandpa died. That's really sad. Angry Grandpa murió. Un amigo mío, un amigo de mucho, un YouTuber, el más grande YouTuber a mí. Damn. Damn, that's sad. I mean, so yeah. Al menos estoy feliz que Angry Grandpa tenía tan mucho felicidad y tiempos buenos en YouTube. Tantos muchos admiradores y vistadores y supporters. I'm saying I'm at least happy that Angry Grandpa was basically a poor, lonely, angry guy for most of his life, living in a trailer. And it was only towards the end of his life, the last 10 years, that he got millions of fans all over the world. He got success. He had happiness. He had a meaningful life. He got to entertain people with his just natural talent. Yeah, he's been sick for a while. So he was my absolute favorite YouTuber. Just my absolute favorite one. He's what basically drove so much of how I wanted to be on YouTube. I would watch his videos obsessively. He's such a different character. I can't stand people who make YouTube channels that are super polished and lack personality, and where they're well spoken and everything sounds great. I love the unpretentious nature of Angry Grandpa's videos, that he doesn't care he's not going to do anything for the camera. He's just going to be himself. And he'll cuss a lot and be angry and crazy. And I met him, and I worked with him. I made videos with him and his son, Pickle Boy. And I met Bridget, too. And I'm so sorry for them, too. No, it's okay, Nell K. I'm glad you told me. Oh, man. Damn. I just feel I feel bad for Pickle Boy. Pickle Boy is his son, Michael, because obviously Michael's so close to his dad, and YouTube. Michael supported him so much. I mean, YouTube was a great support for Grandpa, and I really am glad that he had such a great 10 years or so on YouTube, especially towards the last few years. He finally lived in a home for the first time in his life. He never lived in a house. He he always lived in trailers his whole life. When I visited him, he lived in a trailer. And he finally got that house that YouTube was able to provide. I'm just so Michael, he's so sensitive, and I mean, this would be hard for anyone, but such a huge, amazing person like Angry Grandpa Charlie Green. Damn. Oh my goodness, that's just such a blow. And I thought about that for years, that it'll happen. He was always an old man as I knew him, but and it was always in the back of my mind that someday he's going to be gone, and you never like to think that. Michael, for Pickle Boy and Bridget and their family, Pickle Boy's mom Tina, sisters, nephews, and wow, what a crazy loss. And obviously it's interrupting this video. I'm going to tweet out a message. I'm going to tweet out a message of support for him. Because Angry Grandpa was he had a lot of problems, but liver was a big thing. But he was so supportive of my career. I've gotten of subscribers and probably like hundreds of thousands of views from his videos, because we worked together on different stuff. And Grandpa personally to me was so nice, so cool, so friendly. I'm going to tweet. Oh. Of Michael and Bridget, and obviously their whole family. I'm just sorry for Michael, for Bridget, for Tina. Yeah, he was good to his viewers. Jeez. So now obviously this has turned into, talking about Angry Grandpa. I want to remember him. Sorry, I'm still tweeting out a message support to. Anyways, I like Pickle Boy said that when he visited Grandpa yesterday, that Grandpa told him, if you ever stop making YouTube videos, I'm going to haunt you. And I appreciate that he said that. I like that he left Pickle Boy with that message, because I do want him to keep making videos, and he deserves all the support he gets. The fact that he came from nothing, this poor home, nothing, and he saw that there was something funny about his dad. And the fact that he could tolerate his dad, as angry as he was, and share him with the world. And he saw something that we all kind of figured out eventually, which is his dad is hilarious. I mean, he was probably in a lot of pain towards the end. Something to be glad about. I'd like it if, you know, things didn't work out like that. But, you know, we got so much great time with Angry Grandpa. You know, it's like, it's hard to, in a way, you know, wish for more. I mean, Grandpa fought so much and gave so much. Post something on Facebook just to show my support as well. Saying, love Angry Grandpa, Pickle Boy, and Bridget. PGP is the best thing on YouTube. An amazing guy I got to meet. So glad he got the support of millions in his last years. Pickle Boy showed us an amazing man. I mean, as you know, as tough as his life was, I'm just so glad he got to experience like so many amazing things with all the support he got. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this. Yeah, he was good at holding his family together, and he took care of his nephews. I think he had custody of them. I don't totally remember that, but I remember even being at his trailer, and he was there to care for his nephews and you know, take them around to their whatever school or whatever appointments they had, all that kind of stuff. Anyways, that wraps that up. Thanks for watching, everyone. So that was crazy. We started out talking about, you know, I was tweeting in reading tweets in Spanish, and then I found out Angry Grandpa, Charles Green. And, but, you know, I mean, I hope, you know, it's going to be such a tough time for his son, Pickle Boy, Michael, and Pickle Boy's girlfriend, Bridget, and their whole family, Jennifer, Kimberly, just everybody, you know, their friends, their nephews, all that stuff. And so anyways, just wish them the best. I'm just so glad we got all that time with Grandpa. Like, he helped launch my YouTube career and just meant a lot to me. He was so cool to me, so nice, so funny. On Twitter, if you go to Twitter and Facebook, I just posted a picture that I took with him when I visited him in 2014. You can see how happy I was and so how cool it was to be there. So anyways, that's it. I'm getting off now. I'll have more videos throughout the week. Just know that so many of my followers came from Angry Grandpa. So, you know, go check out some of Angry Grandpa's videos. I think that'd be a great tribute to him. No, it's okay. Don't apologize, Nell. And Nell said, sorry, I just saw it during the stream. Have a good night. Don't worry, nothing to be sorry for. You know, it's a part of life, and to have been a part of his life. Really, in a way, I guess I collaborated fairly quite a bit in a way with them, and I'm so happy for that. Anyways, go watch maybe some of his videos and leave some supportive messages for Pickle Boy. Pickle Boy is so sensitive, and you know, it's hard for anyone to lose somebody and lose a parent, but for Pickle Boy, that was like his whole world. You know, his dad, world to him on YouTube. So it's a lot. It's a big loss, and it's just, this is like, he's like the founder of YouTube for me. He's how I discovered this whole crazy world. I mean, obviously I watched YouTube before him, but he was like what made YouTube something amazing for me. Anyways, so I'm getting out of here. Thanks for watching again. I'll have more videos throughout the week. Send a nice message to Pickle Boy, Bridget, Jennifer, Twitter, and you know, go watch some of Grandpa's videos. We'll all remember him fondly. And thanks again.